Let's jump to the war here. Today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Golden Order, going up against the Caravan of Blue Roses, where we don't have unlimited winds of magic available to us here. It's over the end turn already, so I can't make any adjustments. So Helman Ghorst is bringing in more than 3 full stacks. Most of it is trash, but our heroes are relatively low level, and we've got a settlement garrison here that's not really fantastic. If we have a look here as well, it's on very hard battle difficulty with no AI stat modifiers. So we're going to bump that up. Let's jump in here, because I can't deny enemy reinforcements. We don't have more than 20 units. And let's read out the email. It says, "Hey Legend, while playing Gelt, I declared war on the Caravan of Blue Roses. Unfortunately, he had 8 full stacks sitting on top of one of his settlements." Yeah, we've seen that plenty of times. "I've drowned half of his armies already by going on the attack, but my army is my army is a newer one, and I retreated to a city that I took off him previously. It's a half stack of wizard, and it's damaged and not leveled up completely. I'm unsure if there's anything you can do with this battle, but I wanted to send it your way to see if you're interested." Okay. So, what we want to do is buy ourselves as much time as possible. We'll definitely need to utilize the Amethyst Wizard, but we don't have the Amulet of Shari Sands here, so cannot utilize unlimited winds of magic. We do have a decent amount, but it's going to take time to utilize it. I don't think any of these characters here have Arcane Conduit, so buying as much time as possible. Like, there's no point like just charging into them now, using a couple of flame storms, and then just sitting there for ages while it just generates up. It's not going to work. So we need time for that. Okay, gonna get some control groups going up here. Then we've got some flying units. Flying units cannot hide in the forest, so I'm going to put them in control group 3. While these ones here, I'm going to do a heal on them nice and early before I send them into the forest that way, whereas everything else is going to go in the other direction. So basically, we're going to send them as far over here as possible, just to make it take ages to get to us. But I'll lure a couple of their fast units over there early so that they can beat it, hopefully. Right, so if we can get a heal or 2 in before the main engagement. Okay, so they're waiting for the reinforcements. They need to get over there and start shooting at Helman Ghorst. At least they don't have that much winds of magic themselves. Okay, and you guys need to start getting over here. I'll rearrange that in a bit. Okay, you'll be fine. You get going. And you get in here. Alright, so if we can get a few shots in on Helman Ghorst, I think that'll be good. Now, in terms of what we want to be doing with Spirit Leech, I reckon going for the Strigoids is actually what we need to be going for, not necessarily Helman Ghorst, but the Strigoids aren't on the battlefield yet. Okay, that'll have to do. You go over to there, and these ones just go over here for now. So they've got a few bats, but I'm not really concerned about them. So if I do some damage to them... Okay, good. They're focusing on doing some healing. Is that overcasted? No. Okay. Wasted it on zombies. Cool. Alright. Like I said, then we'll try to drag them over here with the fast units. Hopefully none of their bats go after the Death Wizard here. Also, we should utilize this. Okay, baby, bring him in. And these ones, as soon as we get into the forest here, they'll get hidden, and hopefully the enemy forces will just forget about us. So the reason why we're going for the Strigoi is because they're the best melee fighters. That's why. And we can't really utilize Flamestorm to dish out damage to them, so we just don't want them to be involved in the mass destruction that we're going to do on their infantry. But I can't do that at the beginning of the battle. Oh man, they pinned us down. Well, they're not doing very much damage to us. I'll get these flying units over here as quickly as I can to help him out. But yeah, they really pinned him down there. I might just be able to pull out of that. If I can try to kill him as quickly as possible before he gets access to loads of regen, that'd be good. Now, there's a big blob of them here, and obviously we could use the Purple Sun, but it is a fairly expensive spell, and that's not what we need to be focusing on right now. Over there. Cool. Come on. Good, those guys over there are hidden. Alright, this is just some basic units, so I reckon our garrison will be able to handle that just fine. But yeah, we got to bring these flying heroes up over here. Because they can't hide. Okay, they haven't run out of invocations of Nehek yet. They're actually using the Strigoi's invocation of Nehek, which got 7 winds of magic, as opposed to Helman Ghorst, which is 6, so they could have gotten maybe 1 extra use out of it if they had done that. Ah, the bats got this over here. Bring him in. Actually, the flying units, you guys should be able to handle that. We've also got this, but I'll save that for later.
No. Battle protocols.
Okay, well, I was hoping that we could kill him before he used up all of his healing, but they got to it too quickly there. Good, bring their fast units over here nice and early. Those guys over there are hidden. They don't have that many flying units, so as soon as we take out their bats, we should be fine in the air.
Engineer.
That's it.
Wizard of Death.
At least they're advancing on us slowly. That's good. And we've got 185 spell intensity, so that's really good. Oh wow, killed that unit super bloody quickly. Alright, get these guys in here to help as well. Because I want to try to hold here as long as I can. And we can heal the single entities a little bit. Right, you go. So all their fast units are here at the moment. Let's bring them out here and hopefully we can shoot at Helman Ghorst. No, I don't know how we're going to get to him. Alright, that's 1 Strigoi down.
Grave.
Okay, don't fire at will because we don't want to be shooting at like trashy spears or anything like that. They're actually looking for us.
Death is imminent.
Again, don't worry about all these guys here right now. That's not important. Alright, so Crypt Horrors, yep, that is definitely worth shooting. Alright, good. That's a decent amount of damage though. That we've inflicted on them, I mean, obviously our guys were a little bit damaged to begin with. Okay, have that. So with this Strigoi, I just want to make sure I've generated enough wins. Oh, god damn it. I've generated enough wins so that I can kill him quickly. Otherwise, it's just, you know, regenerating and getting barrier. That should be enough.
Gifted tinkerer. Over there.
This came out of nowhere. Right. But even the wizards should be fine to fight them because yeah, our troops are terrible over here, but the whole point was just to get them isolated. Squishy bastard. Oh, that sounds good. Let's use that.
Quickly. In motion.
Banner of Swiftness on this guy would have been good.
A new view.
Get it.
Get them! I am fury.
Don't worry about these just yet either. Save them for later.
By forge and firearm.
Because yeah, they've got this. We're not taking too much damage. Apart from what happened to this guy.
Moving.
Shit, they're actually looking. They found us. I wasn't expecting that. Or were they just... Did I not hit them properly or something? I don't know. If I get into the forest over this way, maybe they'll give up on it. Because it's not a hell of a lot of balance of power. They're way more focused over here. The thing is, I can just bail on this position here. As long as all their fast units aren't causing us too much grief. I want to heal a bit. But obviously we need our magic for damage dealing or else we're screwed. Just hold here as long as we can.
Moving.
Yeah, looks like we'll take out the other Strigoi. Yeah, they're really on top of us here. Probably beat them quite easily, but no, not yet. What I want to do is just save killing all of their skeleton spears and shit for the very end. Unless, of course, there's nothing we can do about it. Alright. You don't fire at will. Should mostly just be skeletons around here now. I need to get him to go and shoot. Sorry, this one here. To go and shoot at Helman Ghorst. A single... Okay, alright. A single unit of, single cast of Pit of Shades should be able to deal with this if they would stay in the blob.
Engineer. By Ulrich's the Amber Order.
I'll take you from over here.
Overcoming inertia. Wizard ready.
Must have killed the Strigoi.
Swift.
Unless I don't. It's not looking hard enough. Okay, no, I must have killed him. Alright, then this Necromancer here does not seem important, so let's start going for Helman Ghorst. Because Helman's also got a lot of missile resistance. That's it, bring him in. We are taking a bit of damage, so I think we should just get on with this. Yeah, look at this. This leadership is a bit of a concern. Especially considering we're right near the edge of the map. But it might just be faster, stronger enemies. I'm frightened because they've got fear effects. Okay, let's take our control group 3 here and just bail on them.
No lingering.
And get over here and help out with them. Good, yeah, a single... what's it called? Pit of Shades just did a shitload of damage there. And so these ones here, they're going to get removed from the battlefield. That's okay, I'm fine with that. There's still a Mortis engine to come in as well. I don't think we'll get army loss because they get pulled off the battlefield. But that's a bit concerning how much damage they took. And how scared they were about it.
Engineer. Finding the angle.
Alright, so we should have the speed advantage, so we don't necessarily have to stay in the forest to hide. We should be able to run around them. Just checking to see... There is still a fast unit that we need to get rid of. Okay, if I get these 3 together here and the Life Wizard, that would be good for healing. I need you to actually just keep focusing on this one.
Now for a field test.
So yeah, they'll be completely out of magic now. That's good for us.
By the Emperor's will. Now. Sighted and ready.
Yeah, don't want to put him on fire at will because shooting at skeleton spears, like, who cares? He's done a good amount of damage so far. We've almost gotten rid of Helman Ghorst. He's still got a lot of potential regen left. So we want to make sure we kill him quickly so he doesn't get a chance to use it. Oh shit, there's another one there. It's a Blood Knight, it's even worse.
Gifted tinker. Immediately. Moving now.
Okay, one more cast. Might just kill him. But yeah, if you had one more wizard in here, then you could have gotten 200% spell intensity. But obviously, with the amount that we've got, I think we're okay for that. Ah, oh, damn it! Another cast. Still got plenty in reserve. We just don't have any arcane conduits, which is weird because this guy here is level 17. He should have had it by now. I guess maybe he prioritized going down the secondary skill line with him rather than getting arcane conduit, which is understandable, I guess. Now, if we want to fight these cavalry, the Melkoth Mystifying Miasma is good against them. Yeah, look. it's going to take ages to get this goddamn wins. But yeah, a couple of casts, or maybe even just like 1 or 2 Pit of Shades on all of these infantry here will be fine. We just need to make sure that we don't run away, because yeah, we've got a lot of negative leadership modifiers, and killing their generals isn't doing anything about that. So let's take you over here and see about killing this lord. Although, oh, okay, hang on. That Black Knight over there. Good, he can outrun it. You're not tired, are you? Good.
Sighted and ready.
Right. Bring him over to here. And we'll see if we can bring him over this way, and we'll see. Fighting in the forest may not necessarily be to our advantage. It just depends if we're fighting a large unit or not. If we're fighting their infantry, then there's no advantage to that for us. Now, I could use Spirit Leech to take out the Black Knights, but they don't have Strider, do they? They do. Okay, I gotta be careful about running through the forest with this one. But yeah, we need magic for burning away all these infantry. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to generate all of that extra 100 winds of magic in there. Yeah, don't put him on fire at will. I'm gonna take a few Spirit Leeches to kill this guy. Oh, man, that's a lovely blob. I'm going to bring this one over here quickly. Like, oh, are they trying to head towards the 0-0 point in the map? Because look, they're all converging in on the same spot here.
Wizard of Death.
I thought I was gonna have to go into melee in order to get them to blob up like that, but nope. They're like, ah, here you go, player. Kill me. Oh, well, if you insist. It'd be rude of me not to. Okay, so that costs 9 winds of magic. Okay, that's not too bad. And that's taking out a good number of them, too. Where did their cavalry unit go? Okay, just be careful. We don't want to go head first at them just yet.
Making it so.
Trying to see if I can spot where the cavalry went. But yeah, that was a good cast, yes. So don't tell them to shoot just yet. And they're still bringing in their units. A lot of zombies. Okay. Yeah, some arcane conduits would have been really helpful. And you've also got shadow wizards here on rank 13.
With haste.
So this is where I wanted to save the Kettle's Call for, is for these cavalry here if they start to catch us. Which they might. Yes, might not. Bounce powers seems okay. It's time to play our music. But which we don't need to know to know the bounce power, because we've got the bounce power. It's tempting to use Spirit Leech to take out this guy here, but he's just not really much of a threat to us in this battle.
This way.
And since we can't use Spirit Leech to generate extra winds of magic for us, needed it to take out all the essential ones. So before we get into the fight with all of them, we have to take out both of those units of cavalry, and probably don't need to take out the mortis engine. Although they can be quite dangerous, it's mostly dangerous to infantry, whereas these ones here, it's more about how scary they are. And because our leadership is, you know, it's not very good. We've got the -4, and of course that extra -11 from what other effects that the Vampire Council, which is pretty standard. We got to be careful not to get completely overwhelmed by tough units. Zombies and skeleton warriors shouldn't matter too much. And this just keeps buying us some more time to generate wins, so that's good. Okay, as they pathfind through here, they might just blob up again. Good opportunity for a flamestorm. Not as good as the first one, but I'll take it. Because, yeah, it'd actually be good if the mortis engine could come in now, so that I could send this guy to go and shoot it. Thing is with Flamestorm is that the AI doesn't bother trying to dodge it. If I pop down Dwell's Blow, apart from being nearly twice as expensive, they'll just move out of the way. Peter Shade's just being more expensive as well. That was a really nice cast.
Death comes.
That's so good. Okay, I think we're doing well enough with our Winds of Magic. We can justify getting rid of this guy here. Actually, good idea. You're flying. You come over here. You fight him in melee. Save on Winds of Magic cost for us. So I think it'd still be better to use Spirit Leech on the Black Knights, even though Melkoth Mystifying Miasma is capable of dishing out more damage, and it does cost the same amount of Winds of Magic, except it doesn't because this one gets refunded. Oh no, it doesn't because it's 4. And actually, I don't know, it's 1.4 because of the refund.
Moving out.
It might cause some of their units to come back around this way, which is fine by me. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go over there and burn them. What are you doing? Bloody dipshit. Okay, then... So there's 3 or 4 units blobbed up in there. Good. With an extra spell intensity. This isn't going to do anything to them. That's good. How you doing over here?
Into battle! Now!
He's doing okay, whatever. So I still need to get rid of a lot of their units in order to bring in the Mortis engine. And that one. Just wondering if I could potentially army loss them before that point so I don't have to deal with them. Problem is, once we get into melee with them, we're going to be stuck to commit to that. Now, we should probably go into melee in the middle of the map. That way, if we get terror routed or fear affected or whatever, we can have an opportunity to rally. Whereas if I stay in the center, stay at the edge of the map, then I will, if any of them get routed, then there's no rallying them. Okay, I think I will use Spirit Leech on this Black Knight. Because that is currently the most dangerous unit on the battlefield. Good. Alright, so that's all their lords and heroes killed. Alright, now time for this Black Knight. It's got no spell resistance, so it shouldn't take too long for us to get rid of it. And this guy's got a Trickster's Shard. Other Trickster's Shard, I mean. So we can strip away any spell resistance that they've got. So each one of these should do about 1,000 damage, which means 6 or 7 casts. Yeah. Roughly. Okay, so I might go into melee with them soon. Yeah, get all that together. We want to really make sure that these spells count. So we've got to get them into a nice big fat blob. Because you've got to keep in mind as well, the zombies aren't worth that much balance of power. And so, if we're using spells to get rid of them, and spending, I don't know, 10 Winds of Magic on each of them, that's... You will run out of magic, because there's so many of them. They've got no way of healing this guy. So that's good for us.
Wizard of Death.
Okay, what might help as well is if we actually tell these to land.
Grave
Decent amount of
danger. This way.
winds ready to be used, so that's good. Now the problem here as well is that if we use up all of our winds of magic before these come in and we don't army lost them, then we're in trouble because we really don't want to fight those blood knights in melee. The Mortis engine prefer not to, but we will if we have to.
Battle protocols by forge and
So if they're getting
firearm.
into the center of the map again.
Gifted
Okay, that's fine, just let them do that. I won't burn those ones there because there's only a few of them. No, I'm not doing it. There's only a few of them. We don't have any hidden units, so I'm not sure what this one here is doing. All of our units are revealed. Nice blob there. What are they trying to do? So I want them all to converge on us, and then I pop down a flamestorm and just burn the whole lot of them away. Or a Pit of Shades, whichever is best. I don't want to just fight one of them, because then they'll actually trade well against us there. No, it's not worth using a spell on them. Alright, let's see here if... Alright, if I send this one into melee as well, with all of our balance of power in one concentrated area, maybe now they'll turn around and actually try to fight us. I will use this here on them, because they're still quite a threat. I'm sure they're going to do more damage than these ones.
Death is imminent.
Yeah, with all of our balance power right here, hopefully they'll all start coming in. Alright, let's use a flamestorm here.
Burn everything.
Oh, whoops. Not bad.
Seething
Also got the
fire.
Kettle's Ball. Yeah, see, look how bad the morale is. They'll be suffering from not faster, stronger enemies. Okay. Good, that is a very nice flamestorm there.
Wizard
Now,
ready.
Pit of Shades is more reliable, but this is cheaper.
Grave
and last longer.
danger. Fatality.
Didn't know they were playing Mortal Kombat here. Okay. Got to keep our leadership as high as possible, because we don't have any rallying abilities. And yeah, that leadership is just not good. And if they all rout simultaneously, well, it's game over.
By Ulrich's wrath. Ulrich's wrath.
This guy here's almost used up his regen cap. Deal.
Death comes.
Alright, let's use another one of these. So don't have a hell of a lot of magic. This is why we had to make sure every single one of these casts really counted. That didn't really go the direction I wanted it to.
Hearts will
At least they're all converging on us. A little bit more than 50 winds of magic in total left to spend.
grave danger.
Alright, I will use a Pit of Shades now.
I will break them. I channel
Good.
fire.
Blow deathly winds. Amethyst wizard.
Okay. A whole bunch of them are coming in. They just need one more unit to come in. So the bounce power should be in our favor now, essentially. Overall, yeah, okay. It's slightly in our favor. Slightly. But we're...
Grey wizard.
Magic's... We don't have heaps. Yeah, you know, the flamestorm here just because it's cheaper. Might be a good idea to pull out of this blob here and see about getting this. Yeah, get him out because he's taking too much
A
damage.
new view.
I may actually need to use a spirit, not spirit, Pit of Shades to get out of this.
Right.
Just because it's more reliable.
Deliver them.
Okay, no, I can get you out.
A matter
Okay,
of
good.
locomotion. Moving. Over there. Go.
Blood Knight speed 63.
Master craftsman. Overcoming inertia.
Okay, use this on this one.
Grave danger.
That looks good there. I really would love to use Pit of Shades, but I need to use Flamestorm just because it's so much cheaper. Yeah, see, leadership's a problem.
I channel
At least he's out, so that way we've got one unit that definitely isn't going to rout. Hopefully. Never mind, there's the army losses. Let's quickly chuck in a heal before the battle's over.
Gifted tinkerer. A new view. Quickly.
Death's door knocks. Blow deathly winds.
I'm not going to get another chance to heal.
Feel life flow.
Cool, and there we go. But yeah, you can see, even though we had a lot of Winds of Magic to use, we were running pretty low at the end there, and that's why it was so important that we weren't just casting a Flamestorm on a single unit of zombies. We would have actually lost. You know, these flames, even some of the Flamestorms that were used on like 2 or 3 units, those were not particularly a good idea. Alright, good he didn't get attacked again over the end turn, and that should have given you enough experience that at least you can get some Arcane Conduits, and maybe next time if you expect to get attacked, put on the Hourglass of Sharish Sands. Turn 85, I'm assuming you've got it? Yeah, okay. So, I don't think you did anything wrong, apart from the Sharish Sand stuff, but maybe you needed it elsewhere, so that wasn't where you were using it. So, let me guess, you've got it here? Yeah. This army doesn't need it. Like, I get it, you want to put all the cool stuff in with Gelt's army, but yeah, you don't need this. Like, you've got 420 Winds of Magic. I mean, you got to throw these guys a bone a little bit, especially considering they're deteriorating Winds of Magic, whereas, yeah, look at this, it's bloody ridiculous. That's heaps. But yeah, if we have a look here, let's have a look at how we leveled them up. I figured that he wanted to go here. That actually was quite useful, the Battle Healing Cap minus 10%. That means we needed fewer Spirit Leeches on the Strigoi. But yeah, you were 1 level away from getting Arcane Conduit. That would have just helped out a little bit. Got through it in the end. And these other ones, yeah, you've gone down this way here first before the Arcane Conduit. I just could have engaged with them a lot sooner if you had actually gotten that first. That's all. Not a big deal. But your army is stronger now because of it, and you should be able to handle all of this, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.